Hi, everybody. My name is Michele Pitto, and I'm a National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus company. And we're so excited to have you on the call tonight. We are taking healthy back, and we're fighting against normal. And I'm just really excited to share with you tonight. I've got a couple of friends here with me that I'm going to share with, and I'm trying to pull my screen up right now. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so here we are. We want a new normal, right? And what's that look like? And the reason why is because heart disease is still the #1 killer in the United States. Over 600,000, and look at how close cancer is to catching up. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 2 men will have cancer in his or her lifetime. I mean, oh my gosh, you guys. We've got to change this. Our children are expected to have a shorter life expectancy than their parents. This just can't be, right? And then more than 29 people in the United States have diabetes, up 3 million since just 2010, and another 86 million, more than 1 in 3, have prediabetes. So this is why we are fighting against the new norm. And we know that most people are, sorry, I'm unsharing now. And most people are, we've got like almost 75% of the population is obese or overweight, why we've got these problems. So my journey started really over 20 years ago when a friend of mine lost her 3-year-old to cancer. And it just had a profound impact on me, obviously. And we fast forward a few years to when I have my own kids. And I was terrified, honestly, that it was just such a random thing that they may or may not get cancer. And when I learned the role that nutrition played in preventing not only the common cold, but something as serious as cancer, I was on board. This made sense. And I learned that Juice Plus, all Juice Plus, was concentrated nutrition. Let me share my screen again here with you guys. Bear with my technological challenges. Here we go. Can you guys see that? When I heard that Juice Plus was just this 30 different fruits and vegetables that were vine ripened, juiced, dried, concentrated nutrition for this concentrated toxic world that we live in. It was on the market back then, 13 years ago when I heard about it. It was already on the market 10 years. But I was still skeptical because I thought, it made sense to me, fruits and vegetables, but I thought when man touches it, he's going to mess it up. So I was blown away by the fact that there was 36 peer-reviewed and published studies that prove that man did not mess it up. And I know we'll talk a little bit more about that research later on. 23 years, never one recall. Micronutrition, it helps build, repair, and protect. And think of micronutrition as like the oil that's under the hood in the car, right? If we ignore the oil light, what happens to our engine, right? It seizes up. The NSF certification just simply shows that what's in Juice Plus is in it, what's on the label is in it, and what's not on the label is not in it. So, our professional athletes that get tested for banned substances and such, they're safe to take Juice Plus. And, when you look at all the things that are in here, like, who eats this every day, right? And if you think about pushing your shopping cart through the grocery store and putting in one of each of these 30 different plants into your cart every day, can you imagine what it would cost? And to think that for just $2.38 a day, you can be getting all of those nutrients into you for like $15 a week virtually, and that you can even be a part of the Children's Health Study, which allows you as an adult to sponsor a child from the age of 4 to a full-time undergrad college student to get their Juice Plus for free. So for 2 people to be able, for that price, to be able to get this in their bodies every day is amazing. And what I found for me, you guys, was once I saw the research and it made sense, I put my kids on it. We ate pretty well. We ate a lot of fruits and veg. We were pretty healthy. But I can tell you in all those years of my kids growing up, because, they're 13 years older now, and they were 6 and 7 when we started. They didn't miss school. They didn't have any antibiotics unless they broke a bone, which they're boys, they did. They had incredible skin through adolescence. I mean, through those teenage years. crazy. They don't even know how lucky they were, right? They have no idea. They maybe think that's normal. For me, I didn't think I had any health issues. I did have seasonal allergies, and it just never occurred to me that something that like fruits and vegetables would actually impact that. But about a year into taking Juice Plus, what happened for me was I looked around one day and I'm like, wow, I can breathe, and everybody else is sneezing and their eyes are watering. So the truth for me is that in over 10 years, you guys have not taken one prescription or over-the-counter med for my allergies. I mean, it's crazy because I'm all that many years older and my immune system should be getting worse, not better, right? So anyway, that's my journey and a little bit about what Juice Plus is. And I would love to invite Michala, my dear friend that I have met through this business, and I can't imagine not knowing her. I'm out here in Northern California. Michala's in Nebraska. And I will let Michala tell you a little bit more about herself. And I think Michala's going to share another part of our very simple product line with you. So thank you, Michala.
Hey guys. Well, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. My name is Michala Petersen, and I'm a pharmacist from Nebraska. My husband and I live on a ranch in the middle of nowhere with our 4 crazy kiddos, ages 8, 6, 4, and 2. And when I got started with Juice Plus a little over 2 years ago, I really thought my passion was being a pharmacist. Honestly, I was happy doing what I was doing in the pharmacy. I was working 3 days a week, and I was really satisfied with that. And then the more I learned about this very simple concept in pharmacy school, we were taught 1 week of nutrition training. We took that class with the physicians. And so really I didn't know anything about fruits and vegetables or even why we need to eat what we're recommended to eat. And so the more I learned, the more I felt like in the pharmacy that Michelle referenced the oil light in your car. And the more I felt like, if your oil light comes on in the car, you can do one of 2 things. You can find and fix the problem, or you can unplug the light. And I love that the Juice Plus products are into fixing, finding and fixing the problem, getting down to the cellular level, the building blocks of your makeup, of your DNA, and helping to heal what's wrong. So really, I love that we're bridge builders. We've got 4 different products that bridge gaps. The Juice Plus bridges the gap between what we should eat and what we actually do eat. We should eat 2 servings of fruits and vegetables. We should eat 7 to 13 servings. We actually do eat 2 servings. The Complete is a protein powder that's completely plant-based. It is non-GMO, gluten-free. I mean, all the buzzwords. And anyway, it bridges the gap between how many meals we should eat a day. We should eat 6 a day, and we actually usually eat 2 a day. And so that bridges that gap as well. And then I think Don's going to talk about the Tower Garden and how it bridges the gap between our lack of nutrition, especially in the middle of Nebraska, in the middle of winter, in our produce and what we actually could get. So I was on board with Juice Plus right off the bat. I actually was in search of a Tower Garden when I found Juice Plus. A pharmacist friend of mine, Diane, introduced me to it. And I understood the concept right away, but I didn't want to share it with anyone. And really within 4 weeks, my husband, who was in a really bad cannon accident 3 years ago, didn't have the pain and inflammation in his leg. My 2-year-old that gagged at anything green was asking for salads and eating seconds. Our 4-year-old that struggled with focus all of her life was crawling up on our laps and asking us to read her book after book after book, which was awesome. And our 8-month-old needed tubes in her ears, and I canceled that consult thinking maybe she just had a deficiency. And I'm happy to say she never did get tubes in her ears. And as a family of 6, we have not had a single sick visit to the doctor in the last 2 years. So it was at that point that I really thought that I needed to research what was in Juice Plus. Because, with all this added energy that I was having, I had to do something with my time. And so I really dove into it, and the research just grabbed me. And so I read The Birth of Juice Plus. The creator's dad was given 3 weeks to live, was dying of lymphoma, and ended up living for 15 years. And at that point, I messaged an awesome mom of a kiddo with cancer. And I said, I think I have some peace of mind for you that you need to look at. And her message back to me forever changed me. She said, how long have you known about this, and why didn't you tell me sooner? And that's really why I'm on the call right now, honestly, because I took an oath to do no harm. And by not sharing the message of Juice Plus and being the messenger, I am doing harm. So now it's just amazing to be able to have helped more people, even in 6 months with Juice Plus, than I had in 10 years as a pharmacist. And I'm in the pharmacy exactly when I want to be now, which is just every other Saturday, and able to inspire healthy living the rest of the days of the week from wherever I am. So thanks for letting me share, Michelle.
Awesome. Thanks, Michala. I never tire of hearing you talk about your journey. And it's so fun for me. It's just a blast to get to do this business with people that I get such a kick out of. And I get a real kick out of this next individual. Don Trylovich, thank you for being on and sharing with us tonight a little bit about your journey, your health journey.
Okay. So I'm zooming from beautiful Santa Cruz, California. Of course, it's dark now, but I'm 200 miles from home. So this technology is amazing that I can be sitting in my truck talking to people all over the United States. But my Juice Plus journey actually started off about 6-7 years ago. And to tell you the truth, I never wanted to take the product or even do the business. My wife was at the gym on the treadmill next to Michele Pitto, and they got to talking apparently about Juice Plus. And then my wife came home and said, I met this lady at the gym. We're all getting on these fruits and vegetable pills. And at the time I was not very interested in doing it because I was already on high blood pressure, high cholesterol meds, was probably 40 pounds overweight. I was one of those people that worked out a lot, and I cycled. I did a lot of athletic activities. I was very fit, but I wasn't very healthy. I was actually a fast food junkie. I knew where all the McDonald's and Taco Bells and Burger Kings and Round Table Pizza buffet, and that was me. And so the whole family got on it, and I didn't. I just kept my blinders on, and I didn't want anything to do with it, like a lot of guys can be. And we don't even go to the doctor either, right? Guys don't go to the doctors either. So I think it was about 6 months later, Kim, I don't know who put her up to this, but she had a great line. She says, so you're 48 years old and you're going to take prescription drugs the rest of your life? What's that look like? And I thought, all right, I'll take your fruity and veggie pills or whatever they are. So anyways, fast forward, I did that for 6 months, and I made some lifestyle changes. I got off soda and dairy products and got rid of the red meats and moved into eating more what I call rabbit food. And lo and behold, I was able to lose substantial weight. I was able to get off my meds. My health improved immensely. And one of the things before I got on that journey, being a cyclist, I would take 4 Advil before I would go cycling and 4 Advil when I would get done cycling. And then I had so much inflammation that I couldn't even ride for 2 or 3 days to go do another ride of maybe 30 or 40 miles. And I just, chalked that up to being, well, I'm 48 years old and I'm just getting older and I can't do that. And now I'll be 56 here in a couple weeks, and I literally can go out and cycle 30 miles a day. I mean, consecutive days, and that's all just due to to good nutrition and lifestyle changes and that. So, Juice Plus has been huge in my life, and I'll be a Juice Pluser, till the day I die, healthy. So
awesome. And Donnie, would you just share a little bit about the Tower Garden? I'm going to bring a picture of it up here, and I know you've got quite a bit of experience with the Tower Garden.
Yeah, so when Juice Plus got involved with the Tower Garden, we thought, wow, this is a great way for us to grow plants. Both Kim and I have tried gardens in our yard, and we do not have a green thumb. I mean, we're so bad at growing things, I could kill a silk plant, literally. That's how bad we are. But Kim would never want to go down to the garden because we had rattlesnakes and stuff would get eaten by the voles, and there would be bugs, and we didn't know how to handle that. And then this Tower Garden came out, and we thought, wow, let's get one of those. Let's try it out. And it was like a complete success. I mean, this thing is amazing. It doesn't take up any room. We were able to keep it on the deck. She didn't have to go down in the yard and worried about snakes and rodents and that type of thing. And basically, if you don't know what it is, it's aeroponics. It's got a base unit that holds 20 gallons of water and minerals. It has a small pump in it that pumps it to the top, and then what it does is it rains and trickles down through all the compartments where all your plants are, and there's no dirt, and it uses 90% less water than traditional growing. So anyways, we bought one. We had so much success with it, and we were going through the produce on it so quickly that we ended up buying 2 more. So we have a trio of them, and they're fantastic. I mean, I absolutely love them. We're just finishing up harvesting all our tomatoes. We're cleaning them out, and we're going to lettuce, a variety of different lettuces and that for the winter. And then as soon as it gets a little cold, we're going to move them inside. So we do have the light structure to put around them, the grow lights. But we've had them now for, I think this is our 4th or 5th year that we've had them. And it's very cost effective, that's for sure. I mean, if you start looking at the price of organic produce and you know where it's coming from, that's another thing that I like about it. You don't know, nowadays where produce is grown, whether it's in Mexico or Chile or who knows where it's from and how often how soon they have to pick it. As far as nutrition and that, it's nice to have it on the tower. You know where your produce is coming from. So.
Well, thank you. And I know I was shocked to hear when we heard Tim Blake speak once that 90% of the produce that serves the whole United States comes from the Central Valley of California, which has been in this huge drought. So, oh my gosh, this is so timely. But anyway, so moving along, you heard myself, and you heard Don, and I know Michaela feels the same way. When we first heard about the product, that made a lot of sense, especially after we looked at it. And then we heard, we just naturally, I mean, for me, I just naturally started sharing it with people when a need would present. They would say, oh, their kids are sick. And I'd say, have you heard of this? This is what our family does. It's really made a difference in our health. But I was very skeptical about the business. I was not going to have anything to do with the business, with the corporate background. And I know, Donnie, you had a lot of similar opinions, and there's that pyramid thing that we had all heard about. So could you just address that for us a little bit and tell us about, what the business has done for you? And
Sure. Well, traditional businesses are actually the true pyramid. I mean, I worked for Pacific Bell, which became SBC, and then of course it became AT&T when they merged. And what you have at the top is you have your CEO, your CIO, your CFO. You've got your VPs, your directors. Then you have 3rd level, 2nd level management, 1st level, and then you have your worker bees at the bottom. And I was a traditional. My father worked for Pacific Bell. I went in. I started at the bottom. I was a worker bee, and I worked my way up to management, to 2nd level management. And that took me 23 years to get there. And in 2009, I got a phone call, and they laid 12,000 of us off in one day. I mean, never saw it coming. And that's how quickly that can happen. So to get to the top of the pyramid, right, to get to CEO, it just doesn't happen. I mean, unless you're, a Harvard grad and you've got all these masters and somehow you work your way into a CEO. As a worker bee, you just don't get there. And what I love about the Juice Plus business is it's actually an upside down pyramid. Everybody that comes into the Juice Plus business starts as a distributor and then works their way up to national marketing director. And if you look at our company, there's hundreds of national marketing directors, not just one national marketing director at the top of it. So by working your way up through the levels and building team, you can achieve that goal. And then what you're doing is you're helping your team also achieve that goal. So they're helping you get there, and you're helping them get there. And the other thing that I really like about the marketing plan is benefits. And that's really big for us right now is we're currently at a qualified national marketing director, and we do want to get to that final spot to where we can get benefits. Because as you know, with the healthcare system right now, it's costing folks quite a bit of money every year now. Our premiums have went up and our deductibles have went up, and just getting to that is going to be like getting a huge raise. So yeah, I mean, it's a great business plan, and if anybody has any fears of the pyramid thing, you can put those to rest.
awesome. Okay. Thank you, Donnie. And could you guys see the benefits that I had thrown up there?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, good. Well, basically, I told you that I had no interest in the business because I had this great income, and but I just naturally started sharing this with people because how could I'm the kind of person, if I see a great movie and people are talking about a movie, I'm going to share it. But the last time the movie theater sent me a check, I can't remember actually. So, in this business, the bigger my paycheck grows, the more lives I've touched. And what it allowed me to do was to be able to stay home with my kids. What's really important to me is money's not everything, right? It just gives us options. And for me to be able to stay home with my kids, send them to private high school, be present in their life, and still model for them what it is to run a successful and thriving business that really, really looks at the health and wellness of other people was really, really important. And what I want to do is share with you guys what your $50, you pay your $50, it's crazy, right? That's all it takes to be a rep within our company and have an international business. And hopefully you guys can all see my screen. Your $50 allows you, the company does everything for you. They collect the money from the customer, they ship the product, they take care of all the paperwork and manage the data, which I personally don't like to do. They give us our own virtual office and our own website, so we don't have to spend any time or energy developing those types of things. You can see it's kind of a little stair step here, right? Because, how do you do anything one step at a time? And so your $50, everybody you can see along the bottom is entitled to the retail sales profit. And when you come on and you start with your Juice Plus, you share it with just even 2 more people, you can move to that next level. You see the direct distributor, the lady in the red dress, and you earn a $100 bonus, plus you earn all the retail sales profit on your orders, and you're promoted permanently to a 6% commission level. There are no quotas or inventory. All positions are permanent. And then what you do, you can share it with a few friends from there, and they can do what you just did. And the goal now will be in the course of 60 days to accumulate 2,000 points, which is, you can do it with the help of maybe one other person that is going to go out and get a few customers, or several people. So if you have 3 people that do what you just did and they accumulate 500 points, their 500 points each, there's 3 of them, plus yours is 2,000. And through the end of the year, the company is going to be giving us $300, a little extra incentive. Normally we get $250, but through the end of the year, they're going to give us the extra $300. And then we just simply do the same thing. If you look at the box to the right, what I just described was the HLP, the very first bonus that puts you at the 6% level. That is $100 bonus. Then the 2,000, the 300. You help 3 people do what you just did, and that is, the company's not only going to pay them the $300 bonus, but they're going to pay you as well. So that's another $900. And then that is going to put you at our top commission level of the 22%. If you look back over to the stair steps, you can see the commission level now is at 22%. So instead of earning $39 retail sales profit, you're earning $76. And that's on your own product plus all of your customers. So when you hit that level, the company is also going to give you another bonus. Look to that little green box, sales coordinator, $750. Plus you get 2 free conference tickets, which are worth $200. So gosh, in the next 4 to 6 months, anybody can come in and earn over $2,250 in bonuses. And that does not include the retail sales profit or the commissions. And so really our whole business is designed around developing a small customer base of about 25 people. Now, I know some people come in and maybe they just want to pay for their own product or share it with a few people. Maybe they want to make $500 a month or replace a full-time income like I did. It's up to you what you want to do with this, but just know what is possible, especially in 4 to 6 months. And that customer base that you built is going to be worth $500 a month in that residual income that you're going to be receiving. So I don't expect everybody to retain 100% of that right away, but I want you to see the big picture. So with that being said, I know for me, one of the greatest benefits of this business is the people that we get to work with, and being able to work with Donnie and knowing his family over the years, and now Michala and her family, and look at what you both have done in this business. And Michala, 4 young children, working part-time as a pharmacist. I know you guys also have a ranch, and I don't think anybody could be more busy, and yet you built this business in a very short time to national marketing director. So I'm going to invite you to talk about what the community is and close us out tonight.
Sure. One of the things that completely flabbergasted me was the amazing support of this community. And I think I am not alone I think a lot of other moms, even on this call, are in the same boat, that a lot of times we are kind of a hamster on a wheel. I was in a rut going to work all the time, trying to take care of the house and 4 kids and, help with the cows and stuff like that. And so I just kind of got lost in motherhood and really didn't take a lot of time for me, or, Mark and I had never gone out of town even for a night together, other than to have another baby in the hospital, until our first conference in Sacramento, which was amazing. And it's just incredible that, there's this huge community of positive, like-minded people that want only the best for you. And it's just amazing. It's just incredible to be in a place with 8,000 people at conference, and to not have, in 4 conferences, not a single thing, not a single negative thing has happened. It's just incredible. I'd never been a part of such a big community. And about 4 months into our Juice Plus journey, we had a daycare incident, and that tugged at my heart enough that I knew that I could never do that full time again. And honestly, if I would have just stayed at home, I know I would have lost my complete identity, because I need adult conversation. And so to be able to have this community to just rally behind me, and even though it was really scary, I knew they had my back, and that was just the most important thing. It's just incredible. So I can't even say enough good things about this community. It's a second family, really.
Awesome. And, I know you talked about the research. Well, I talked about the research being very passionate to me, and I know that was something that you looked into. And so if in closing here, you can just share with us a little bit about the research, and, what that meant to you as a pharmacist.
Yeah. So as a pharmacist, I always had 3 questions when people came into the pharmacy, and I really think that I've been approached about almost everything that's on the market. And my 3 questions were: is it safe in pregnancy? Is it safe in cancer patients? And would you give it to your children? And when I dove into the research and I found out that Juice Plus has been studied in all 3 of those very fragile populations, I was absolutely blown away. So these are just a few of the other things that really just blew my mind. The longevity, number 1. Michelle mentioned that Juice Plus has been around for 23 years. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I was a little bit peeved that it's been around for 23 years and I'd never heard about it, honestly. Number 2 is the quality. Michelle also mentioned that it's tested 6 times from field to capsule. I don't know any other product, including pharmaceutical drugs, that are tested that much. NSF certification, Michelle did an awesome job at laying that out. The simplicity, we have 4 products. You're never going to find a catalog from us. So we have the Tower Garden, the Juice Plus, the Complete, and then a protein bar as well. And most importantly is that it has a nutrition label. So if what you're taking contains a supplement label, that means that it's made in the lab by it's man-made, not God-made. And really, your body does not know what to do with supplements. There's been 2 different multivitamin studies that have been stopped 2 years short, because the multivitamin population has a higher incidence of chronic disease than the placebo group. And so those labels really do matter. Number 4 is authenticity. We are who we say we are, and we partner with these amazing research institutes to do the research. But after we give the product to the institute, our hands are off. You know, that is completely authentic. You cannot buy the results, which is incredible. And then number 5 is the community, which I talked about, one team, one mission. And then, you know, to get a pharmaceutical drug approved to the market, you only need 2 studies on the intended population, and it only has to be 65% effective. So the fact that Juice Plus specifically has 36 published studies is just absolutely mind-blowing. And that is really the reason that we are on a mission to rage against the norm. It doesn't have to be the norm of those statistics that Michelle mentioned at the top of the call. It doesn't have to be the norm that if we keep going at the rate we're going, by the year 2032, 1 in 2 children will have autism. That doesn't have to be the norm, and we can take healthy back by making different choices, and that can happen just one simple change at a time. So thank you guys so much for joining us tonight and letting us share your hearts. Have a blessed week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.